Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video, we're going to break down the Universal Orlando Prime Value Resorts. That's right, where you're going to look at the comparisons between Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort versus the Universal Aventura Hotel. So if you are in the process of planning a Universal trip and you haven't decided which hotel you're going to stay at just yet, just be sure to stick around until the end of this video. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we are about to break down the Universal Cabana Bay Beach Resort versus the Aventura Resort. And one of the reasons why this video is so important, it actually did come as a request from a Park Prodigy subscriber. So if you guys do have any video ideas or anything that you'd like us to cover, just be sure to leave it in our comment section and we will take a look and do our best to get that video created. But in my opinion, this is a great video and a very important one because the Universal Prime Value Resorts are so popular. And one of the things that we love about Universal, a little bit more so than Disney, is the amount of amenities, and we just feel like you get a little bit more bang for your buck at the Universal hotels, and the Prime Value hotels are a great example of that. Specifically, I don't want to pick favorites here, but specifically over at the Aventura Resort. So we're going to break them down, and we are going to start with the basics. So we have the theming of both of the hotels, and starting with Cabana Bay Beach Resort is a retro 1950s and 1960s theme with a vibrant and colorful atmosphere reminiscent of a beach resort from that era. Now it's very, you're getting kind of kicked back into time. And I've said that this is a great hotel for families who are possibly traveling with the grandparents, and you're taking that big family trip and you want everyone to kind of have a little something going on during the vacation. This is the perfect hotel for that. Now, moving in, it really is right across the street. Moving across the street to the Aventura Hotel, this is a modern, sleek design with a contemporary atmosphere incorporating technology and futuristic elements. It's very similar. You went back in time. Now for Aventura, you're going forward into time. Very like Jetsons atmosphere, Jetsons vibes over at this hotel. So it really all depends on what you're looking for out of your vacation. But as you'll see, when it comes to the rooms and stuff like that, and rooms and amenities, we'll really start to kind of figure out exactly what's going to work best for your family. But we are going to stick with one of the most important things when picking a hotel, and that is always price. So both of these resorts, like I said, are considered prime value level for Universal Orlando. Now, their base prices start right around $130 per night, which, just like it sounds, is a great price. And again, typically, if you watched our last video, typically for Universal Orlando, your pricing will be closer to the starting price than over at Disney, right? And that's when, when you start to look at the comparison, hey, I would say on average, you're most likely booking these hotels between $175 up to $225, depending on the time of year that you're visiting. But again, when you compare these hotels compared to, the moderate hotels over at Disney, which at this point in time are most likely going to be $330 to $350 on average, right? It's an extra $100 per night. So that can add up quickly. But again, it all depends on what you're really looking for out of your vacation. I don't want to get too sidetracked. Let's get back to the pricing. So one of the other things that we would say is typically we usually see Aventura to be a couple dollars more just because it's a smaller hotel. And as you'll see, when we come to the rooms at Aventura are a little bit nicer. However, Cabana Bay, as you'll see, has the better amenities. I went and I actually looked, right before I recorded this video, and I took a look at 3 different time periods throughout the year just to look and see what pricing was like. And the pricing for Aventura and Cabana Bay was actually the same exact price for the standard rooms. So that's the price hike for Aventura is not going on right now. So at this point in time, it looks like you can get either one of these hotels around the same price. The standard rooms for the periods that I looked at in the summer were right around $224 per room per night, and that's at both hotels. The other really cool thing for the family suites, which we'll talk about in a little bit, over at Universal Cabana Bay, which can hold up to 6 people, the price for those rooms during the periods I looked at were $282 per night. So as you could see, like I said, that's pretty much where you're going to be paying. And the summer is very busy at Universal. So for the standard room to be at $224 per night, I think that's a really great deal. And also Universal has, package deals where you can get up to 30% off depending on the time of year that you're visiting and depending on the package that you're choosing. I do have to say, Not guaranteed that will always be running, but again, at these hotels, specifically Cabana Bay, Universal is more than likely going to be running some sort of vacation package deal. So if you are, shopping around, just be sure to reach out to us and we'll help and we'll price up and see what the best deal at this time is. All right, so I didn't think pricing was going to take that long. Let's move over to accommodation. We're going to look at the rooms, and like we said, Cabana Bay Beach Resort offers a bunch of standard rooms and those family suites. And again, they're retro-inspired decor. The family suites sleep up to 6 people, and they do have a separate sleeping area. So essentially, the one-bedroom family suites anyway, which are really the most popular, and that is the $282 room that I had mentioned earlier. They're going to have one room with 2 queen beds, and then a separate room with a pull-out couch, and then essentially like a little kitchenette area. The big thing here is they sleep up to 6. And I keep saying that because this is such an important thing to consider when looking at theme park vacation hotels, because over at Disney will max out a lot of rooms at 4. So when you're shopping over at Disney, you have to either, and you have a family of 5 or 6, you have to either upgrade to a suite, or you have to find one of those like the rooms that hold 5 people, which are typically at the moderate resorts. And like we established in this video, the moderate resorts are going to be more expensive than the prime value resorts. So having a 1-bedroom suite that fits up to 6 people could be a great option for a lot of families. One of the other really cool things about Cabana Bay specifically is that they do include 2 new towers, which do have Volcano Bay view rooms. And again, these could just be a little, extra added, magic on top of your vacation. And it's really cool to wake up and have that view of Volcano Bay. The pricing for the Volcano Bay room, the standard room was $224. The pricing for the Volcano Bay room was $248, right? So a couple dollars more. And in my opinion, I don't know where else you'll get a theme park view room for that price. I really don't. So that's something else to keep in mind and something to look at as you're looking at the rooms at Cabana Bay. When it comes to the rooms and just the hotel sizing in general, Cabana Bay is a huge resort. I mean, this is definitely one of the larger resorts between both Disney and Universal, right? So you do need to keep that in mind, and that's another, could be a caveat for some families who are thinking about staying at this hotel. The hotel is very spread out, and that's why there's so many different room options, right? As we move over to Aventura Resort, Aventura is a very small hotel, and it's like night and day. It's not even close. So with that being said, there's not as many different room options, but specifically when we look at the hotel rooms, they do offer modern, stylish rooms with a clean and minimalistic design. There are also standard room options with 2 queen beds, or a kid's suite that fits up to 5, or kids suites that fit up to 6 with standard 2 queen rooms. The biggest difference here is that I've been doing this for a while, I've never booked a 2-bedroom suite at Aventura Resort. And one of the main reasons why is that it's almost always booked because there's such less rooms at this hotel, right? So you do have to keep that in mind. And if you're thinking about staying at Aventura, make sure you book early because, again, there's just less rooms. But looking past that, one of the really other cool things over at Aventura, and I'm jumping all over the place, but there's so much information to get in, is that Aventura has some it's like everything inside of the room is smart technology. So there's iPads to control the lights, the TVs. Essentially, they have robots that will bring room service to your room, or any other sort of needs, or like towels and stuff like that you call down to the front desk. So again, the vibes here are just very cool, very futuristic, and if you love technology, you're going to love these rooms. Okay, so jumping over to amenities, and we're going to start with Cabana Bay. Cabana Bay does beat Aventura when it comes to amenities. One of the main reasons is the 2 amazing pools. One of those pools does offer a lazy river. The other pool has an amazing water slide, sandy beaches, and then of course we can't forget about the bowling alley, arcade, fitness center, and outdoor activities like volleyball and poolside movies. Moving over to Aventura, there's not as much as what I just mentioned. It offers a really cool pool with a few outdoor games like cornhole, and it does have a fitness center. Now, so let's stick with this for a second. As you could see, there's a lot more going on over at Cabana Bay. Again, mostly because this is just a bigger hotel, right? With that comes, there's just more people at this hotel. So everything at this hotel is going to be lively, and there's a lot going on at every second of the day, specifically with the 2 pools, with the bowling alley. Everyone's outside hanging out, having fun. There's just a lot going on at this hotel. Over at Aventura, again, it's very, very small. It's not going to be as lively. It's my experience from both of them is Aventura was like just quiet, chill days. Even the pool wasn't as crowded, very laid back vibes. So you have to figure out what is most important to you, because I come from a large Italian family. They're very loud, but I'm an introvert. So if I had to pick every day of the week, I would go with Aventura. But my family would love to stay at Cabana Bay every time because they love being around people and just the hustle and bustle, right? So you have to figure out which one is a better fit for your family. And, it is important when you're making these decisions. Okay, and then so last but not least, we are going to talk about proximity to the theme parks and transportation. So like I said, both Cabana Bay and Aventura Resort, they're pretty much right across the street from each other. So from a distance standpoint, I would say it's apples to apples. Cabana Bay does have the slight edge when it comes to walking distance to Universal's Volcano Bay because it's literally in its backyard. However, both of them from walking distance to the two main theme parks, which is Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure, it's pretty even, but you don't have to walk. I personally walk from both of them. It's about a 20 to 25 minute walk. People think I'm crazy, but again, I'm from New York. I like to walk. So you can walk there though. And you very easily walk to Volcano Bay. That's not even a thought. When it comes to transportation, both of them do have shuttle buses that will take you to and from Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, and of course, City Walk. And those are really the main transportation options. I would say it's about a 5-minute bus ride once you get on the buses. And so that is the list, everyone. That is the ultimate comparison between Universal's Cabana Bay versus Universal's Aventura Resort. I really, really hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that you learned a thing or two about these hotels, and I really helped to kind of pinpoint, in my opinion, what are the most important things when doing that ultimate comparison. And hopefully you do have a better idea of where you would like to stay during your next Universal Orlando trip. And like I said, if you are in the process of planning a trip and you do need a little additional help, or you want to take a look at any of those, discounted vacation packages that I had mentioned in the video, just be sure to go check out our website. Be sure to speak with one of the Park Prodigy Universal Vacation Planners. We would love to help you on your next trip, and our goal is to make sure you are as prepared as possible for that trip. Also, if you have not already done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we have a lot more similar videos just like this coming out in the coming weeks. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all again so much for checking out this video, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.